Just wait.
Welcome back, everybody. Another incredible episode of the Expert Trader podcast series. We have a very incredible guest with us today, Mr. Emile Machado. Emile Trader is in the house. Thanks for stopping by the podcast.
What's up, brother? Thank you for having me.
I haven't seen you since the summit. Catch me up on what you've been doing. I've seen that you've been throwing some events. What have you been up to?
Yeah, bro. I had the Profit Meeting event, which is an event that I do every single year. This was the second edition. It's I have a membership I call Profit Friends. It's the more private group that I have, and I do this event here in Miami. It was huge. 300 people, they flew from everywhere of the world, like from South America, some people from Europe, from other states in the US. And we were there for a full day. We dropped some news about upcoming projects for the community. We had a special guests, like people from projects like Short Token, High Street. It was amazing.
So is it an education event? Is it more of a networking event? What usually goes on at these events?
I mean, it's not networking because it's for people that is already in one program, like called Perfect Friends. It's everything. It's like be part of a community, and you can meet them in person. And also we have 3 speeches, the welcome speech, and then the second one where I literally update my portfolio. So they get the last version of my portfolio where I have my money on the cryptos, where money I'm looking to buy, Zoom, the entry price, what category I'm looking right now for the DAOs, where 3 play to earns, on find the new gems that will give me then another 100, 200 in the future. And also I present to them some projects that, like my NFT project that I'm launching soon, the Profit Friends Club project on Solana blockchain.
So you're doing community building. You're an investor. You're a trader. You have all these different avenues. Can you walk people through what you do? And can you give people a backstory on who you are?
Yeah, so I mean, to start from the beginning, I'm from Venezuela. Right now I'm 28 years old. When I came to the US, I was 23. That was on 2016, August. And bro, I have no money. Like literally, I came here chasing my dreams. I had to leave all of my life from Venezuela. I had a good status over there because my parents, they had their own companies, engineers. But I realized that was their companies, their money. It wasn't my money. And at the moment in Venezuela, my country, it was a moment where it was a communist government still there, a bad situation, students with no chance to grow. Bro, it was a bad economy right now. And like me, many of the young people, they just go away from Venezuela. I went to New York from zero, no English, nothing. And then I started working, bro, bartender, cleaning houses, dishwasher. I did everything in New York. And then on 2017, I bought my first Forex course. My first one, I thank God that I didn't fall in any MLM system, nothing. I went straight to Q. Literally, I don't know how, but I went straight to Q course and it clicked for me the information. And that was the beginning for a new era for me. Forex trading and then cryptocurrency the same year. I get the bull run that year, and literally it took me 1 year and 3 months, left all my jobs to be a full trader and now mentor, now storyteller, everything that I do right now.
That's amazing. So, I mean, I have a few questions here. How did you find out about Forex first to even go and find Q's course?
To go from the really beginning, on 2015, that's when I do my first trip to the US. I was here in California for 6 months, tried to see if I really want to move to the US. And when I came back to Venezuela, I had a friend living in Mexico, and she called me. Oh, I saw you were in California. Maybe you have some dollars that you want to invest. And she presented to me the Forex, but through an MLM system. I didn't know about that. I mean, I didn't have no idea about MLMs. I didn't have no idea about Forex, but I like the idea about trading, the numbers and everything. So I realized late because I was, trying to be people on that. I fall in the system. But when I wake up, I was like, you know what? I saw what you guys are doing. You don't teaching people. You just creating a fucking pyramid scheme. I'm sorry for the word. And I get out of that. And then I was by myself when I get to New York, looking for Forex mentor, looking for information in Spanish. I barely have information in Spanish. So that pushed me to learn English, to learn Forex. And then one day I saw Q. He had at the moment the BMW, the Lime, the M3, and trading Forex. He seems honest, transparent, and the comments of the people. And then I took my decision to invest my money on his course.
You left a family of engineers to come here, and now you're learning English and you're learning how to trade. So you always have the self-motivation. Were you always self-motivated?
Yeah, since the beginning, bro, I was since I was a kid. I remember when I was in the high school in the last year, even when I had money because my parents, bro, I was selling chocolates, gums, and all the thing that you can buy in the school because you gotta eat well in the school, bro. I resell those. I buy it outside and then go there and make my money selling those. When I was in the university, I create my own clothes for gym, bro. Every time that I was in a position that I can grow, I just motivate myself because I have friends. I see people going to new levels, and I since the beginning I just have this big vision that where I can go, and I always motivate myself.
So you're working on yourself, you're learning English, you're studying these Forex courses, and then you transition to crypto the same year. Did you hear from crypto? Did you hear about crypto from Q, or did you hear about it just from somewhere
No,
else?
that was funny because I heard it from a friend. At the moment I was in New York, and a friend from Venezuela called me. Hey, bro, I saw you doing Forex, and there's a new thing coming out, Coinbase, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin. And I remember that call. That call was like maybe 6 hours long. And when we closed the phone, he put me into crypto and I put him into Forex. Bro, I get my first investment on Ethereum at $9. The same year it went all the way to 1,500. But obviously, when I start investing, and this is the best advice I can tell people: whenever you invest money somewhere, get some education. Know where you put in your feet. So by myself, when I was studying English and Forex, I was looking for blogs and videos about cryptocurrency. That literally in 2017, it was nothing in Spanish, bro, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you and I both know that in 2017, even in English, there was very limited quality information there. So
Correct.
how did you, I mean, nowadays, I feel like people have a different problem where there's too much information and it's all over the place. And so if you had to break it down, what were you looking for at the time in these tokens? Was it just something that was cheap? Were you looking to buy the cheapest coin out there? Or how were you making a decision to get in at that time?
No, it's never that because sometimes the cheapest thing are the expensive ones because it take you to big losses. And no, but I mean, the same moment that I understand the concept about investing in cryptocurrency, about see the fundamentals, the technology, in understanding that this is a new oncoming market that will literally it will be a revolution how we see the information, how we treat the money, how we see the financials in the world. So I understand how to start building my own strategy. So the thing is here, like you can have 1,000 strategies, but you gotta follow one. If you try to follow all of them, you make a mess. You gotta follow one, and then I developed my strategy, and it really was the results support that what I do is working. I've been doing this 5 years, flipping 1,000 to 10,000, so 100,000 to 1 mil to 10 mil. And when I look for the projects, I don't look for the money. I don't look for the zeros to go to $1. I see the market cap, the team, everything. I see the information that I know I need to see. And bro, at the end, it's so easy with a checklist. You have check, check, check. You have green flag, red flag, and then you just put it on the balance. If you have more greens, just go for it.
So it's a lot like trading. And it's your strategy is proven because you were able to do it so many times. You were able to take the 10, the 5 figures over to 7 figures multiple times.
Yeah. So sometimes people tell me, oh, you got lucky. I just tell them like, okay, I get lucky 20 times.
Yeah. The first few times is luck. After that, I think there's some skill there. So when you're looking at things nowadays, do you see similarities between this bear market and the bear market we saw, let's say 2018, 2019? Or do you feel like this one's a little bit different?
I mean, it's a little bit different because back then we didn't have the adoption that we have right now. We have more adoption, and we see it like more on the Wall Street eyes. We see on the institutional eyes and even the government eyes trying to implement the blockchain. But it's the same cycle. It's the cycle that we need. And it's funny because whenever you need a pullback on the markets, a war come out, pandemic, whatever happened, from nowhere to flow with the cycle. I will say right now it's the same. We're going to have 22, 23, bearish and consolidation, and then previous the halving on 24, and then post halving, the new really bull market to have new all-time highs even for Bitcoin. So right now is the 1.5 years to plant the seeds to see the big numbers and be patient in the next halving.
So we're optimistic about this bear market, and then we're optimistic about the next cycle. What can you say to folks who are not as sure, who maybe this is their first time around, maybe this is their 2017 or this is their 2019? What could you explain to them about the cycles past and your experience with the previous cycles?
So first of all, it's never late. It's never late to go in a new market. For me, it was 2017, and 17 was 9 years after the Bitcoin white paper. It's never late. You gotta understand that when you see red numbers, when you see people crying because they lost a lot of money, that's when the new opportunities burn, the new coin, the new tokens. It's funny because I learned a concept the other day in the crypto market. The bear market sometimes for the real projects is a building market. They're building the foundations for the next bull run. So if you find those projects and you put your seed and you use patience with no leverage, bro, you see those 10,000 go to $1 million. That's 100. And even right now, bro, the past 3 coins that I invest in the last month, I get a 3 and 4 hits. That's 300 and 400% return in a bear market. There's still potential to go and make money here also with the altcoins. Sometimes people that they just focus on Bitcoin or Ethereum. The altcoins, they have the potential to make your capital grow faster, but you gotta be clever. You can just follow the money. You can just follow the hypes. You gotta be really, really deep with the search. That's what we call DYOS. Do your own search, go deeply.
So before we go into exactly what people should be looking for in the search, you mentioned as long as people don't use leverage. What's the problem with leverage, and why should people stay away from it in these kinds of investments?
Because when you invest in crypto, bro, the volatility that you have is crazy. And when you use leverage, you can make a lot of money, or 98% of the people lose all the money.
A lot of money.
So when I tell you I invest 1,000, 10,000, and from those 1,000 or 10,000, I see 100, 200, 300, and even the highest return that I had, it was on Sandbox, 450 times my money with no leverage. That's insane. But why do I have to put the greedy on front when I'm making all this money? So no greedy. I prefer be no greedy and more patient and see this number than be greedy and lose all my money.
There we go. Are you kind of an in and out person? So do you try to time the market cycle and try to get out of your coins at the top? Or are you do you hold through these bear markets?
So I'm a trader. I have my strategy. I have a concept I call take profit, but partials. Don't take everything. So what I do on the all-time highs, on new levels that I have based on my analysis, I take 20 to 25% and put it on my USDT or BUSD to wait for the pullback and then buy more. Why? Because sometimes I buy a coin at 10 cents. It hit $1. I take my partial profit and it goes to $5. I take more. And they go to 8, I take more. So if you do this, you prepare for the both scenarios. If it keep going up, you still have position to enjoy the party. If it pull back, you liquidate some position, you can't buy in the back. If you sell everything, that's where the panic and the emotion start playing, because you sell all your coins at $1, and then the next week you see at 2, and then 3, and then you go to your calculator. Oh my God, if I didn't sell, I would have this much money. And then you buy at the top because you think it's going up, and then boom, draw down.
Right. Oh man. All right. I think we've all been there. So when it comes to quality projects, I think in the last cycle, especially because of all the money that was going around, we saw some coins that had no utility, some projects that had no utility, outperforming coins that had real, development. And I think to some people that kind of looked like, maybe I should be chasing the hype because that's where most of the money is. But you're still preaching to find quality projects. And so how do you think about that dynamic?
So, for example, Dogecoin, bro, I will never buy Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. Even when people tell me, oh, but you can make a lot of money, look, the hype, blah, 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 because that's not healthy for me. I know that's not something that we'll be holding forever because have no utility, only hype. And you see it right now. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin is not anymore on Twitter. Maybe 1 to 3 months on Twitter and that's it. And the coin is going down. So when I go to see a utility, is a key part for me, bro. Utility made me find those gems that people don't talk about it till they go crazy up. And then also, but it's so easy sometimes to see the team, to see what they're doing. It reminds me of this book they called One Step Forward Wall Street. In this book, I remember one part where the guy say, I invest in stocks, and one day my wife came out from the store getting clothes, and she say, "Oh my God, those lines on that store, crazy lines, like big lines." And I was like, oh, "What's the name of the store?" Gap. That was when Gap came out. The guy was he listened that and he just go and buy Gap stocks and then just go up. So something that we have in our eyes, for example, Chili's. Chili's is this coin that now is all around the soccer. They sponsor the Premier League, Juventus, also the UFC. They building the fan token revolution for the clubs. So you see it with your eyes, even when you see your best teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid playing soccer, and you know that token will be successful. So sometimes it's just right there. You gotta look up.
Okay. So I mean, I think that the issue with that is whenever I get exposed to something that has potential, like something that Gary Vee drops or one of those interesting projects, it's usually a little bit late. It's usually after his inner community, then their inner community, then their friends, everyone already found out. So how do you get I don't want to ask this straight up, but how do you get an early read on some of these projects?
So here's the thing. I don't follow nobody. Wherever I found it by myself because I have my way to search, and from those 22,000 coins that you have on the market, I know how to get a filter and get a list of the potential token that I'm going to invest, and then invest of them. I go to the website that nobody goes, because people, when you go to Gary Vee or you go to People Crypto or any other YouTuber, you go where people is chasing money. You don't go where people is chasing real utility. So I have my way to find my coins on time, bro. It's so easy. For example, last 2 years we had the DeFi protocols. When you hear about PancakeSwap, you just start looking for about DeFi, and then when you see the first hack on a DeFi, you like, is there any coin building something to protect the hack? And then you have coin like Lossless. I get a Lossless at 0.002 and then went all the way to 250. That was a 100 coin that nobody talked about it with real utility because they have a protocol for mitigation to protect the DeFi pools. So I see the other way because, like I say, I don't follow the people. I don't follow the mass. I follow the real things, and then those real things get to the mass. For example, right now, let me put a parenthesis there. Right now, the metaverse is going crazy, right? We see Mark Zuckerberg doing just metaverse video, metaverse. So what I have to do, go on CoinMarketCap, click metaverse, and see all the coins about metaverse, and just go one by one and see which one have real partnership, real utility, what they're doing. For example, High Street, this is not a call. I mean, do your own search, but if you see High Street, the project that they have, believe me, that's what I really hope right now.
I hope everybody's paying attention to this. So that's awesome. You did mention the hacks. Do you have an opinion on the hacks that have been happening? Obviously, hacks have been happening for years. I got my first 2 Bitcoins stolen on Mt. Gox. And so we were talking about this at the summit. How do you think about protection now? How do you think about custody? And how do you think about the space in terms of protecting people's money?
So at the end, when you go to cryptocurrency world, decentralized also means that you have the ownership and the responsibility of take care about your phrase, your seed phrase, the 12 words that give you access to your wallets, protect your password. When you have your money on the chains like Coinbase, FTX, Binance, KuCoin, they have the custody. So when you have your money there, because you need it to trade, to get access to staking, whatever. But when using the centralized platforms and you have your money on MetaMask, Solana wallet, or any trust wallet, you gotta protect those words. Some people get hacked because they don't have the information and they get these scam emails. Oh, we're closing your wallet. If you don't say your phrase, you will lose your money. And people that have no idea about that, bro, they go and send the phrase because they don't have the knowledge, because they're investing without education. Sometimes happened, bro, like 3 days ago, we had a phantom exploit hacker taking money from people. So, bro, even in the banks, sometimes we see hacks in the system. So we are, I mean, sadly, we are in a world that people is building good stuff and other people is building to take money, like the hackers or these organizations. So the best that you can do is be careful with your phrase. Try to use the best platform, the one that you have, they have the verification, the one that people is using, trying to not get a scam with emails, and protect your money. Protect your money. Use a ledger if you want as well on crypto, because at the end, crypto, you own your own money.
So how would you recommend people secure their money? You mentioned custody. Do you have a preferred solution? Do you have an offline hard wallet solution?
I have offline wallets. Like, for example, I use I don't have a ledger, but when you use MetaMask is an offline wallet. The only thing is that you connect it to the platform whenever you want. But when you connect to a smart contract and you stop to use it, make sure you close that smart contract. Because when you sign the smart contract and you don't close it, that bridge is still open. If they hack the platform, they will hack all the wallets that are still connected to that. It's like signing out, And then just make sure you do that. And like I say, whenever you're testing new platforms, don't do it with your main wallet. Create a new wallet with no funds, connect with the new platform, and somebody bad happen, you don't have your money there. So people get to these meme coins or meme staking pools with the money that they have with the main wallet. They have millions in the wallet and they connect to see what happened. And then it's not working. But like I say, they connect smart contracts. Sometimes there is malicious smart contract. Literally, if you read it, say, you allow me to take your money and run with your money, and people just click because nobody read it.
Right.
You gotta be careful with those smart contracts.
No, the whole idea of creating like a ghost wallet with nothing in it, just a test, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I do it every time.
So, I mean, we're mentioning all these different technologies. Is there any sector in the crypto space that's catching your attention now? Is it DeFi? Is it Web3? Is there something that you have your focal point on?
3 right now: Metaverse, DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, and DeFi. I mean, DeFi has been around for 2 years, so I would say instead DeFi, the Web3, but also the insurance. There is a couple of tokens right now building insurance for your Metaverse NFT assets and also staking pools. So if you get hacked and you have access to these smart contracts through insurance and you pay the fees, they pay you whatever you lost.
They pay you 50% of your loss or the full loss?
It depends on the let's say, bro, it's like a little insurance in real life. Like whatever your assets are, you pay this much and they fully or half or whatever, but through a smart contract.
That sounds like the future. I mean, because people's biggest risk is people's biggest fear is they don't want to get into the space because if they do lose their money, then it's completely gone.
Yeah,
I think custody is a luxury.
You have a backup. With this, you have a backup. So I feel it's brilliant. I mean, this new crypto world is open new markets, and the insurance in Web 3.0 way, it's a new market that is going to grow a lot. I mean, and the insurance at the end is something that you want to have, but not need it, but it's better have it and not need it than need it and don't have it.
There it is. I kind of want to split up the crypto space right now, and I want to ask you about the different segments. So you have your majors, you have your alts, you have you have your NFT projects. So if we can just walk through those, and if you can give me your opinion on each. So what about the majors? Do you still feel like long-term value?
When I say the majors, for me, majors are the coins that have over 1 to 10 billions on market cap.
I'm saying like Ethereum, Bitcoin,
BNB, Bitcoin, BNB, Tether, Solana, Avalanche. Yeah. So I have those majors that if you tell me like which one I invest the most, BNB. BNB give you staking, give you access to IDOs, Launchpad. The passive income that BNB give you is insane. If we go all over the numbers, remember you have Ethereum and BNB and BEP20. Both are the same competition through smart contracts. BNB blockchain is cheaper. Ethereum is high on gas fees. The supply of Ethereum is not limited. Literally, the supply just go up or more. They print more Ethereum. BNB only have 160 million tokens, and every quarter they burn tokens. The protocol is made of till they will burn tokens till they get to 100 million supply. So supply going down, demand going up, utility, passive income. But for me, BNB will pass Ethereum in 1 point on market cap, and the price is just go to 5,000 or more for BNB.
I can see that for sure. In terms of the majors, is it like, do you feel like that's where people getting into the space, That should be the most of their focus when they come in, or is that
So
not necessarily true?
No, I mean, I say my strategy is always when you put money in the market, you gotta diversify. And you have to, for me, this is for me, and this is my plan that I've been doing for 5 years. At least 50% of my money go to the majors. You see making money and you're more safe because you're investing in a really solid projects. So that's when you have to don't be greedy and think in the long term.
Do you see this as kind of like, is this like 2000.com bubble where there's going to be a Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla come out of that crash and become big? Or is this something else? Like, are some of these projects going to completely go to zero?
Bro, some of the projects just go to zero. Some of the like Terra Luna, just go to zero, and that thing is never go up again. But sometimes you have the majors that they will be here, like the Microsoft or the Facebook or the Meta of the crypto market. But the thing is, like, you gotta understand, like, the majors at one point were ICOs. So that's where you also put your eyes on the new majors before they become majors.
There we go. So, I mean, if we can shift over now, let's talk about altcoins. So we talked about the majors. What about the altcoin market? Do you feel like it's more saturated now than before? Is there still opportunity there, or what do you feel?
I would say it's less saturated. Like on 2017, bro, every single day you had like 100 or 200 ICOs. Right now, you don't have too much. They're more regulated. You have less, and you have some altcoins that have been there for a few years, building and building and just going up. So I feel like right now it's easier to understand how to find them and how to invest than previous year. Previous year, bro, you have like 90% of the coin were scams. Right now, maybe not too much. And you can see when you have the knowledge, you know how to avoid the meme coins, the Dogecoin, the coins that give you like 0.0000000 price with the hope that one day will be $1. That's not where you put your money.
Okay, that's fair. And so the market still has potential, but you feel like it's less. Do you feel like it's the XRP lawsuit scared everybody out of the market, out of the altcoin market? Because of the ICO boom?
A lot of people see that and they get out of XRP and a bunch of the market because they were like, I knew it. They would come for every of the coins. And like, no, that was just a case that where, like I say, the system, they realized too late about crypto. So they try to hold it and to stop it, but they can't, because to stop crypto market right now, you have to shut down the internet. You have to shut down the whole system. You can't. So what they do, they try to manipulate the markets to make it go down, and they just buy, and try to have the more, let's say, the more market cap on their pockets. That's what the system do, bro. They create the fear, they sell, the retailers, us, we sell in panic and drop more, and they just buy the dip.
So people watching at home, they should be smart investors. They should do what the institutions are doing and look at this as an opportunity to get a discount, right?
Correct. People, it's funny because some people say, oh no, BTC is too high, 70K almost. No. If it drop to 20, I will buy. And then drop to 20, and they're like, should I buy? No, because it could go to zero, and they start having this crazy stuff, bro. When I see the numbers like this, I'm happy, because for me it's like Black Friday on crypto market.
It's like I actually get a chance to get back in. So the ICO market, or the ICO boom, that all shifted over to the NFT space. So all the ICO pump and dumps became the NFT rug pulls. And so that's kind of how the culture shifted. And so what do you think about the NFT space, DAOs? You mentioned those a little bit. What are you thinking about in that space?
Yeah, I mean, I think the power of NFT is huge, but sadly, again, we just get all over with these many projects that they pretty much, when you see the white papers and everything, just a copy and paste with a different artwork, no utility, just hype, and nothing there, and people throwing money because they create whatever the owners of the project sell to them, and they're literally brought the same. The scam of the ICOs of 2017, we see the reflect of that on the NFT market right now. And right now, the NFT market is kind of down, no more hype, and maybe right now you can find a real price utility. And myself, it's funny because when everything happened on the NFT project, people tell me, why you don't launch your own NFT project? Everything is going, putting money there. Like, because I don't have nothing ready. I don't have nothing real to sell. I know if I sell something quick, I will make money. Well, that won't be fair because I will have nothing to offer. But now I'm launching on September and in next month, the Profit Friends Club IO, which is a real NFT project. Like people will make money. They will use the art. At the end, the NFT is the key for the Web 3.0 to get access to a bunch of utility, staking pools, money, and a real thing that I'm building on this project. Maybe later on I'll tell you about it.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, do you want to go into detail, or you want to stay away from it?
I mean, I can go. Even I can
go for it. I mean, yeah, go for it.
Okay, let me show you real quick. Show you real quick here. Allow me to share. Okay, so this is a landing page, right? So our website is like this because we own land in a metaverse. In one metaverse, so far we have two partnerships. High Street is one of them, and if you go to High Street page, this is the metaverse that they have. And if you go to the market to see who is High Street or this partnership that we have, they're listed on Binance, KuCoin. They reach 100 million on market cap. So this partnership is huge.
So is the majority of it like a staking platform, or are you offering real world utility? What's the main focus?
The first thing is that they will have access to an initial home offering in our land on the metaverse. So look, and you see this partnership, look, they're listed on the biggest top tier exchange, Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com. And when you go to the metaverse to see who owns lands here, we have big names. You will here to Marketplace, and you will see homes. The other partnership that this project have are Animoca Brands, the biggest hedge fund in the market for the cryptos. We have Binance straight away. We have
Beach House.
Avalanche. Yeah, they have the beach house because this metaverse, if you go here on the metaverse, it's a whole world like sandbox, but you own lands. And literally our land is between Binance Beach and Animoca Brands. We're in the middle, and we're creating the new economy through the metaverse. And that's one thing. We are going to have access to the initial home offering. And when you ask people, my bad. When you ask people what is about that, our initial home offering, you go here. It's a new content in the NFT space. You go initial home offering. I want to show you this because this is really cool. People will enjoy it. You will see.
So if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, we're on Binance right now. He's on the NFT
we're on
section
Binance right now,
looking through.
Look. Initial home offering.
Initial home offering. So this is for virtual real estate.
Yeah, correct. And look, in the first initial home offering, they raised a volume of 10 millions. So each NFT that you see here is a real apartment in the metaverse. And how you see it, look, this is the cool part. You go to your portal to sign with your smart contract wallet on MetaMask. You sign the contract. And if you own the NFTs, you go to my portal. And this is also working with the Oculus. That's what we call the metaverse because it will work with the Oculus.
Wow.
Yeah, you go to the portal. You see, these are the lands. I mean,
so I can still get real estate. I can still get real estate here, right?
Yeah, bro. I need help to sell this apartment, so you will help me. So your reality and look.
Let's do it.
This is the crazy part. We have NFT that is just art. We have NFT that is a video, but I can say we are the only one that have NFT that represents a real virtual home. Look at this. Check it out. You go to this apartment. You have all the tokenomics, the location, the high street, the smart contract. You can either see on the VR or you see here 2D on your screen. And look, the NFT that I showed you is because I have it on my wallet. And when you go here, it gives you the access to your home.
So High Street is basically what? So it's like an OpenSea, but for virtual real estate?
It's like a sandbox with OpenSea and real utility. Like literally it's the thing for the metaverse. Since this is loading, look, this is the proof that I own the land. They just gave me this 2 days ago.
This is like
And
your
like I said,
deed to the house.
yeah, this is the NFT. If you see here, owned by ExpertTrader, launch, owned by you, which is me. And like I said, it's crazy because the only people who have lands here is Binance and the Mocha brands, Gucci, HTC, L'Oreal,
Wow.
Avalanche, and me. And
So what is
Profitfly.
yeah, talk that shit. So what is this
Yeah, it's
listing
crazy.
for?
And this is the area. So when you, this is an NFT, bro. This is NFT real utility. You connect your wallet.
So if someone's watching this and they don't understand this space, what's the benefit of having a virtual home in here? Can you invite friends? Can you host parties? What can you do in the
Correct.
virtual real estate home?
You can host party, you can do private presentation, you can have a private event here in the metaverse. And this is, and I wanna make a point here. Mark Zuckerberg is going out with Meta. He changed the name on Facebook to Meta. Now he's fully on the metaverse technology. And what we see now on the news, shooting on schools, shooting on the supermarket, shooting everywhere. So now people have been going afraid to go out. And then they will tell you, oh, you know what? You don't have to go outside your house if you wanna go to Walmart. Just go to the metaverse, a virtual card, and whatever you put in your virtual card, somebody will deliver it to you.
They'll mail it to you.
Bro, they washing your brains to consume what they building for the next years, not to this year, the next oncoming 3 to 5 years, everything will be in the metaverse.
Emile,
and High is going forward in that.
If I want to get, if
this
I
is my
be
home.
your,
look, I have, look at my apartments. This is NFT. When you click it, they give you access to a whole apartment. This is the representation of real NFT. Look, oh wait.
If I wanted to be your neighbor in the metaverse, Emile, what is that going to run me?
Bro, a lot of money. Look, right. So these things, they're in OpenSea. I can sell it. So I can have private events to sell NFT art to my people. This one, I just get it in an auction for $400. It's already selling for $1,500. And I'm going to get the real version to my home. They call this digital. It's a fusion between the digital world and the physical world. So wherever you buy in the metaverse, you also can get the real one. So this is the apartment. So look, this is an NFT and it represents the apartment. You have your pet to play. In the future, you have to access to play to earn money while you play with your pet.
No way.
You can go here and see YouTube videos. Look,
no way.
Screen. You can invite people and you can have here access to your NFTs.
Did you connect the YouTube to the TV?
Yeah, and you can have private events, bro, in the metaverse. So somebody's in another country, they can go to the US, so you want to have a level of experience rather than Zoom, you go to the metaverse. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, bro, and that's one of our partners on the project. And then we also have Share Token, which is a Web 3.0 eKYC platform to decentralize your information. I use a NFT for tickets, events, or whatever. And we are actually, it's funny because on the event, we use their technology to people go in the event. If you see here in the Twitter, the partnership, and this is our event right here. 250 people use a decentralized app with their documentation already up and the master nodes of the blockchain, scan a QR code, and the staff scanning just a QR code, collect all the information, see it, create a list, and it was fractionless and decentralized way to go into events, literally. So, private events, virtual concerts, anything like that, you can just scan this one barcode and you have access and your information's in there. Now, is the information centralized? So if someone says, Emile, I got into crypto because I'm trying to not have my information everywhere all the time. Yeah, well, that's the thing here. You keep your information. The people and stuff, they also just see it, and the blockchain, we verify that information, but you own it because it's yours. We won't sell it to anyone. If in the future, this is the future for me. If any moment we use your information to sell ads or whatever to the big companies, you should be getting rewards because we're using your information. And then this is the page where you have the information. This is the art. I think it's really cool. I like it. We build the booths, different stuff. This is about us. The manifest about the project, the roadmap. We coming to the whitelist process and then the minting. Oh, this is cool. A product. We have a new partnership coming out. We have a private holder events we're going to have two, one in the metaverse and one in real life. And then the initial home offering in the high street world that I told you, and then more coming soon. The thing, me as a CEO, the co-founder, we have some advisors, and we have a solid
This is
team.
awesome.
And this is the whole collection. You can see all the elements.
He's wearing the
And-
Unstoppable shirt. Guys, it's
Yeah.
profitfriends.io.
Why not? Why not? We can build one for chart addicts as well.
That's
And
awesome.
it will be only 7,777 unique NFT pieces. And when you hold one NFT, the first utility, you will have access to the private sale of the initial home offering NFTs. That you just see it, 10 million on Binance. So it's money there. And then we're building, we're building another stuff that I can tell you right now, but it's a good project. And this is why I was waiting too much to build something, because I wanted to build something. We have almost 8 months building this from the scratch, from nothing. And it's funny because if you ask me, how you get involved with high street? How Emile traded, like a guy get involved with CEO to get Binance between them, all this, bro, it was meant to be. I flew to New York randomly last year to the NFT weekend just to see how it's NFT weekend. I was there 3 days. The first 2 days I was sad. I was disappointed because when I see all of the events, it's just events, maybe a bunch of TVs with the wires that you can see, like not a good setup with NFT and music. I was like, what is this? This is just a stupid party with NFTs on the TVs. But then one day, one of my friends, he told me, I got you in a private event. I was like, okay, let's do it. We went to a penthouse in Manhattan. That penthouse is open right now for sale for 25 million. And we get access to that private event. And when I get to see the people around me, CEO of projects. I have the CEO of Cardano Ara next to me, from people from Animal Ranch, Bullperf, people from different projects. And then the event, it was to launch the high street world. Bro, I saw everything, and then I started talking with the CEO, a brilliant girl from she have like I think she's from Philippines, but she lives in Hawaii. And bro, we start talking, and then we create a good relationship. And then I just asked her, like, how you get involved with high street? And she told me, so sorry, but we don't sell the lands for people just because you have the money. You gotta be somebody. You gotta have a community. You gotta be building something from the beginning, because our names is Binance, Animal Brands, HTC, Gucci. So who are you? Bro, I just tell her my story, and she was like, I don't know. You know what? We are going to make a session with you.
That's
bro,
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Emile, I'm very interested. If you can get us something for chart addicts on this project, I'd love to be a part of this. This is awesome.
You know what? Let's do a good giveaway campaign. Let's do a giveaway for the chart addicts that want to get involved, and we do a whitelisting giveaway. So people who don't understand what is a whitelist, you get the lowest price for an NFT project. That's the thing. Yep. You will be able to mint at the lowest price.
Yeah, just make ours look saucy. Just make it look nice, and I promise you we'll eat it up.
For sure, brother. For sure.
So what are you hoping that the crypto space looks like in the future? What are you hoping it does for people? What doors do you hope it opens, and what do you want the space to look like in the future?
So I want the space to be more healthy and not people just building a short firm, because at the end we invest in proposals. Like this, maybe the 80% of the projects out there, we don't even using it. We're still investing in the proposal, the thing, building. So my first thing is, like, I want to see the big projects build and get to the real products. Adoption, mass adoption. Tomorrow, I don't know if the iPhone 14 or the iPhone 15 or which one, it has to have a Web 3.0 wallet in already. The D-apps have to be there. People have to understand that we can decentralize our money and don't get impact for the inflation, when they do the cuts or whatever. Because at the end, the crypto war is just giving the people the power again of our financial, even the power to vote with the DAOs. So I see in the future more adoption. I see the next generation talking about cryptos in there, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years old. Like, it's natural to talk about cryptos. And I see the governments helping more and realize that they can use even also for their, like the president of Salvador. The president of Salvador, the first president in the world that allows the country run by cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. So I see more countries doing the same, and then try to build all this and decentralize more the economies, even the politics and everything, bro. Everything, because this is what we need to do a revolution, and we need it. People need it. Like Bitcoin is for the people, by the people.
That's really well said. What do you feel like, which sector do you feel like is going to get hit the hardest? Is it going to be finance like everybody thinks, or could it be gaming, or could it be insurance like you said? Which industries do you feel like are the most susceptible in this space?
So I would say finance at the first, finance, and then also the gaming. I mean, people they don't think, but bro, gaming market, they move billions. How many people doing Fortnite, the billions of money that they sell, PlayStation, all this. And I would also want to say that I think that the play to earns are going to move forward to create DAOs inside the play to earn, to create economies in the play to earn, to create even programs to educate people in the play to earn. It won't be just playing. It will be people playing, moving money, decentralized money, information, everything. It will be something different. I would say that the play to earn is not just play a game that you have fun. It will be even something that we can imagine right now. The metaverse, I say, the same way how we at the beginning saw Facebook weird or Instagram weird. I would say that everyone sooner or later will have the metaverse access, because right now it's a big Oculus, but tomorrow it will be just like Google glasses. Oh, glasses. Wait, maybe in 10 years you just have eye contact and you get inside the real the VR.
Yep.
And it will be at 1.5% of the population in the metaverse, and then 10, and then 20, and then more. And then when you see, bro, it's where everything is going for me.
Emile, it's a very exciting future. Honestly, I'm optimistic about the way the future looks. I really appreciate you pulling up. Thank you for being a guest on the show. Thank you for being a speaker at the summit. Can we see you? Can we hope to see you at the summit next year?
For sure, yes. I will be there.
Beautiful.
I will be there with more stories about my life and more, not just motivation, information as well.
Beautiful. I look forward to having you again on the show. Emile, thanks again for your time tonight.
Thank you, brother.